also called as what? Voluntary muscle. Okay, it is also called as what? Striated or stripped. They are having what? Striated appearance or stripped appearance. Means there are the, if you see that snake, the name of that snake is what? Banded karet. It's a highly venomous, poisonous snake. In the entire snake is what? Black color, but in that yellow color bands are there in the entire body. है ना? So that is called as what? Strips. These are the yellow color strips are there. Understood or not? Like that only this muscle is looking. That's why its name is what? Striated or stripped muscle. Up to here understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now the skeletal muscle is consists of muscle bundles called as what? Fascicles. So these are what? Muscle bundles. Okay. These are what? Fascicles.
Yes, sir.
है ना? These are the muscle bundles or fascicles. Now all the muscle bundles are connected to each other. All of these muscle bundles are connected to each other with the help of fascia. Fascia is connecting. Here I have made the four muscle bundles. है ना? 1, 2, 3 and what? 4. Four muscle bundles I have made here. All of them are connected by what? Fascia. Fascia is what? Common collagenous tissue. Clear up to here? Now this is the structure of entire which muscle? Skeletal muscle. This is the structure of skeletal muscle. The skeletal muscle is covered on outside by what? One sheath called as what? Epimysium. है ना? Entire skeletal muscle is covered by a sheath called as what? Epimysium. Epimysium is made up of what? White fibrous connective tissue. And white fibrous connective tissue is made up of collagen protein. Clear? So the covering of skeletal muscle is called as what? Epimysium. Now the covering of this muscle bundle, is called as what? Perimysium. Covering of muscle, skeletal muscle, epimysium. Covering of muscle bundle is what? Perimysium. So
Very.
perimysium is made up of what? Areolar connective tissue. Clear? Okay. Now function of fascia is what? It holds the muscle bundles together. Already I have explained. Now here we will see this one muscle bundle. Okay, suppose this is what? One muscle bundle. Up to here understood? Skeletal muscle is made up of what? Tell me.
Muscle bundle or
Means
fascicles.
both are having same meaning. Muscle bundle and fascicle both are having what? Same meaning. Both are same thing only. है ना? This muscle bundle. Now one muscle. This is what? One muscle bundle or fascicle. Now this fascicle, one fascicle made of many muscle cells. Muscle cells are also called as what? Muscle fiber. So muscle fiber and muscle cell both are what? Same. So many muscle cells or muscle fiber combine and form what?
Fascicles.
Yes. Okay. These are what? Muscle cell. Muscle cell is also called as what? Muscle
Muscle fi-
fiber. Very good. Okay. So many muscle cell combine and form one muscle bundle or fascicle. Now what we will see here? We will now see a structure of what? Muscle cell. Muscle cell or muscle fiber, anything we can say. Okay, how this one muscle fiber is looking like? Clear? So I am explaining how it is looking like. See, Okay, now what happened? See, this is the structure of what? One muscle cell. Like this, many muscle cell combine and form one muscle bundle. Okay, now muscle cell is looking like this. Okay, now the plasma membrane or cell membrane is called as what? Sarcolemma. Sarcolemma is what? Plasma membrane of what? Muscle cell. Now inside this cell, a liquid is filled. The name of that liquid is what? Cytoplasm. The cytoplasm of muscle cell is called as sarcoplasm.
Sarco.
Clear? Now here you are seeing the sarcolemma is invaginating inside into sarcoplasm and forming a T-like structure. Here T-like structure is forming or not? That's why this is called as
Yes,
what?
sir.
T-tubule. Here, the sarcolemma is invaginating inside the sarcoplasm and forming a T-like structure. That's why it is called as what? T-tubule. Okay. And between the T-tubule, you will get these structures. These structures are called endoplasmic reticulum of muscle fiber, called as what? Sarcoplasmic reticulum. Okay, sarcoplasmic reticulum is what? Store.
Endoplasmic
Ah,
reticulum. Store of cells.
yes. So inside this, who is living? Calcium ions are living. Any doubt till here?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Now one more thing regarding the muscle fiber cell. Entire, see, all cells in our body, they are having only one nucleus. But skeletal muscle cell is having what? More than more than
One nucleus.
Yes, that's why. Okay, that's why they are called as what? Syncytial muscle, skeletal muscle. Okay, hello, hello, leave it. So smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, and
Yes.
skeletal muscle. Cardiac muscle and smooth muscle are uninucleate. They are having only one nucleus. But this is smooth muscle. Sorry, but this skeletal muscle is having what? More than one nucleus. That's why the skeletal muscle is called as what? Syncytial or coinocytic. Why skeletal muscle is called syncytial or coinocytic? Because it is having what? More than one nucleus. Understood? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And wherever you will see these two words, myo, or if you see the word sarco, this both of these words are related to what? Muscle. है ना? Wherever you will see
Yes.
the word myo or sarco, these two things. Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what happens? See, in so these are what? Nucleus. है ना? This red color are nucleus. Now what happen in the sarcoplasm? That is the cytoplasm. You will see some filaments or fibers are there. Huh. How many filaments I have made in sarcoplasm? Tell me. How many filaments I have made here? अरे two ना?
Yes, sir.
Two filaments,
Sir.
but they are more in number also, है ना? I have made only 2 filaments. Okay, this filament is having alternate black color and alternate yellow color. Have you observed these 2 filaments which I have drawn here? They have alternate black color as
Yes.
well as what? Yellow color. So because of this skeletal muscle will appear like what? Tell me. What will be the appearance of?
Striation.
Yes, striated or stripped appearance. Striated or stripped appearance. Okay, so this filament, these 2 filaments are called as myo. Word is related to what? Muscle. Myo,
Muscles.
myofilament or myofibril. Myofibril or myofilament, है ना? These 2. Okay, and this myofibril. Now we will see the structure of what? Myofibril or myofilament. Both are same thing only. Okay, so myofibril and myofilament in these 2 proteins. So it is made of how many proteins? 2
Two
proteins.
proteins.
2 proteins are
Actin and myosin.
alternatively arranged. That's why what appearance is coming? Stripped.
Striation.
Okay, है ना? Stripped or striated appearance is coming because that 2 proteins are arranged alternatively. Okay, the name of that 2 proteins are, that 2 proteins name is, first is what?
Actin and
Yes, actin and what? Myosin. Okay,
myosin.
yes, actin and myosin. These are the 2 proteins are there. So here, let this is what? Myosin. Okay, myosin, or we can this is forming what? Dark band, or we can call it as what? Thick filament. Thick filament, or we can also call it as what? A band.
Anisotropic band.
Yes, an isotropic band. On the other hand, this one we will call this what? Actin. Okay, actin or light band or thin filament or I band, है ना? I for what? Isotropic. Clear up to here? Now this I band is bisected in middle by one line called as what? Z line.
Z
Okay,
line.
Z line is what? It is a elastic fiber. Z line is what? Elastic fiber. Okay, Z is coming from the name of scientist. The name of scientist is Vishan Shibe. If you know, if you do not remember, no problem. In NEET they will not ask. Okay, Zwishan Shibe line or Dublis membrane or Krauss membrane. Many things we are calling it. Okay, so similarly, all the actin are bisected in between by which line? Z line. Okay, and the myosin is
Line.
also bisected in between by one line. The name of this line will be what? M line. So M line is bisecting what? Myosin, and Z line is bisecting what? Actin. Okay, it is called as what? Mesogram line. Okay, mesogram line, and M line is what? Thin fibrous membrane. Thin fibrous membrane. Up to here understood? Okay. Now the region between the two Z line here, this region from here to here, the region between these two Z line is called as what?
Sarcomere.
Sarcomere. Sarcomere is the functional unit of muscle contraction. Sarcomere is what? Functional unit of muscle contraction. Functional unit of muscle contraction. What is the length of this sarcomere? 2.5 micron. Okay, how this 2.5 micron has came? Actually, the length of one thin filament is how much? 1 micron. Okay, and the length of one thick filament is 1.5 micron. So if you see, the Z line is bisecting this Z line is bisecting this one, है ना? So 0.5 will come this side and 0.5 will come this side. 0.5 and 0.5, and in middle how much it is there? 1.5. If you add all this, how much it will come? 2.5 micron. है ना? 1 micron is what? You know this thing? 10 to the power minus 6 meter. Okay, understood up to here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so now, so what is happening at resting stage? The both ends of thick filament are partially overlapped by what? Thin filament. Okay, these two are what? Thin filament, and this black one is what? Thick filament. Its both ends are partially overlapped by which filament? Thin filament. And this middle zone where the thin filament is absent, this middle zone is called as what?
H zone.
Edge zone. Edge zone is called as what? Halar zone. Halar zone means what? Halar means what? Bright. The brightness of this place is what? Very, very high. That's why this place is called as what? Halar zone. है ना? So at resting state, both end of this thick filament are partially overlapped by what? Thin filament, and this middle portion where this thick filament is not overlapped by thin filament, and that will be called as what? Edge zone. Up to here understood? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So one thing here, if you see this region from here and here also, let these both are what? Z line. है ना? Z line is bisecting this. Clear? Okay. And one more thing, if you see this region, now I am asking you one question. This region will look light or dark? This region and this region will look light or dark? Huh? Speak loudly.
Yeah, mixture of both, like.
So here what is present? Tell me. Thin filament is also present in this region. Thick filament is also present in this region. So this region will be what? Dark in color. That's why we will call it as what? Dark band. So now here question is asking, dark band contain only actin, only myosin, both actin as well as myosin? Tell me.
Both are and myosin.
Yes, both actin and what? Myosin. That's why it
Myosin.
is what? Dark in color. Now this region is called as what? Edge zone. है ना? Here only in edge zone, only what is present in edge zone? Light band is actin is present, or myosin, or both actin as well as myosin is present?
Only myosin.
Only myosin. That's why here both are not present. That's why this is what? Somewhat lighter or brighter in color. Whereas this and this are what? Darker in color. So this region will be called as what?
Light band.
Very good. Sorry, wait. This is not called as, I'm sorry. This is called edge zone. Okay. This is called as what? Edge zone. Now what is called as light band? Okay. One thing you tell me here in this region. है ना? This region as well as what? This region. What is present?
Actin. Actin.
Actin only. है ना? So this will look what in color?
Light in color.
So that's why we will call it as what? Light band.
Light band.
है ना? And here to here also it will be also what? Light band. So
Light band.
in light band only actin is present, only myosin is present, both actin and myosin present. What you will say?
Only actin is present.
Yes, only actin is present. Okay, so this is the concept where the confusion takes place. Dark band contains both actin and myosin, edge zone only myosin, light band only actin. Up to here understood? Can I move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, we are going to talk about structure of actin. Structure of actin. Okay. So structure of actin. First of all, actin consists of two F actin, which are helically twisted with each other. These are what? F actin. How many F actin? Two. F actin. And they are helically twisted with each other. F for what? Tell me.
Filamentous actin.
Very good. Filamentous actin. Now this filamentous actin, they are the made up of some monomers. Many monomers combine and form what? This filamentous actin. The monomer of filamentous actin is called as what? G actin. G here, G is what? Globular actin. Okay. So this one, है ना? Many globular actin combine and form what? F actin. Okay. Up to here understood? Okay. सर 6:30 बजे मिलूँ चलेगा? ठीक है ना? आ रहा हूँ है ना? क्लास में होगा. अच्छा. Now what happened? The two filament of another protein. See, inside your muscle everything is made up of protein only. Actin, myosin, whatever I will tell, all are protein only. That's why bodybuilder, they are drinking protein shake. Why? Because more protein will go to their muscle, and muscle entire thing is made up of protein only. So their muscle will grow na. Understood?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now there are the two filaments of another protein run parallel to this actin. है ना? Run parallel to F actin. Okay. This is called as what? Tropomyosin. So two tropomyosin filament runs parallel to what? F actin filament. Now on the regular interval at tropomyosin, you will see a subunit of another protein. You will see here. Okay, what is this?
Troponin.
Yes, troponin. And these are three molecules of troponin are there, and they are in the unity. So that's why we are calling it as what? Subunit of troponin. Okay. Now, if we see these three in enlarged view, troponin, then we have to call it as what? ITC. ITC, Indian Tobacco Company. Why? Troponin I, है ना? This is what? Troponin I. So what is the function of troponin I? It inhibits, or है ना? Okay, I will tell, है ना? It inhibits the binding of myosin to actin. Okay, now troponin T, troponin T. Okay, troponin T binds to tropomyosin. See, this subunit is binded to tropomyosin by what? Troponin T. Okay, and third is what? Troponin C. Okay, calcium ion will bind to it. Who will bind to it? Calcium ion will bind to troponin IT or C. Which one?
Troponin C. C.
Yes. If calcium ion want to bind, it will bind to troponin C. And troponin T helps in binding of this unit to tropomyosin filament. Okay. And troponin I, it mask the myosin binding site. Okay, so one thing, see, here one site is there, this place. Are you seeing this black color? This is one site. What is the name of this site?
Myosin binding site.
Very good, myosin binding site. Now here who will come and bind? Myosin. Right now who has covered it? Troponin I. This troponin subunit is covered na, this site.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this, I think this is the structure of what? Actin. Okay, any doubt? I think no, है ना? Like that, on all regular interval you will find this type of subunits. This completed. Next we are going to talk about myosin. Okay, so myosin is what? It is a polymer. Okay, so its monomer is called as meromyosin. Meromyosin, it is a name of what? It is a kind of what? Protein. I told in the muscle everything is made up of protein only. Okay, so when many meromyosin combine, what will form?
Myosin.
Yes, combines to form what? Myosin. Many meromyosin combines to form what? Myosin. Okay, now we will see like this. It will be looking like this. Okay. It's like a two snakes helically twisted with each other. Similarly, this side also. Okay, like this. Okay, in this, so this is the structure of what? Tell me.
Myosin.
Myosin. Myosin is looking like this. Okay, so in this one, what is this structure?
Myromyosin.
Myromyosin. Very good. Okay, now how this myromyosin is having the two parts. Let's see the structure of myromyosin. So this part is called as what? Head. Okay, and this head itself acts as ATPase enzyme. This head is acting like what? ATPase enzyme. Okay, here this is the, this is called as what? Short arm. Okay, and here this portion will be called as what? Tail. So head, short arm, and what? Tail. Okay, tail is also called as what? LMM. LMM means what? Light myromyosin. Whereas this head and short arm both are together called as what? HMM. Means what? Heavy myromyosin. Tail is called as what? Light myromyosin, because their its weight is less, है ना? And HMM means what? Heavy myromyosin. Now head and this short arm, both of them together called as what?
Cross arm.
Cross arm. So head and arm are together called as what? Cross arm or heavy myromyosin. Tail will be called as what? Light myromyosin. Up to here understood? Okay. Now this,
Yes, sir.
yes, very good. Now in this head there are one site is there. This site is called as what?
Actin binding site.
ಇಲ್ಲ ATP binding site. Means who will come and bind here? ATP. And when any ATP will come and bind here on the head, what will happen with this ATP? Because head is what? Tell me. Yes, ATPase enzyme. Then what will happen? This ATP will be adenosine diphosphate plus removal of what? Inorganic phosphate. What is this PI I have written here?
Inorganic phosphate.
Yes, inorganic phosphate. Tri means na three phosphate, one phosphate came out. Now what remain? Adenosine diphosphate. Okay, by doing this reaction, what will happen? This is anabolic reaction or catabolic reaction? Tell me.
Catabolic reaction.
है ना? This is what?
Reaction.
Yes, this is what? Catabolic reaction. And in the catabolic reaction, energy will be released or utilized?
Released.
Yes, very good. Energy released. And this energy released, who will use this energy? To move up, है ना? Head will use this energy to what? Move up and to bind to what? Actin. Up to here understood? Okay. Now there
This
is,
reaction is.
what happened?
Sir, this reaction will take place in ATP binding site, sir.
Yes, yes. Why? Because ATP will come and bind here, na, red. And when ATP will come and
Yes.
bind, this head itself is a ATPase enzyme, na. So
Yes,
what
sir.
will happen? It will break down the ATP into ADP and inorganic phosphate. Similarly, there are two more sites are here. This site will be called as what site?
Actin binding.
Ah,
Actin binding site.
yes. Means This region is called as what? Actin. This will bind to what? Actin. Clear up to here? Okay. Now if you see
Yes.
this, if you see this structure, coming back to this structure, the cross arm. What is meant by cross arm? Tell me. The head and short arm are together called as what? Cross arm. So in the entire myosin structure, you will see that this cross arm is projecting outward. This is the myosin is going. Okay, and who is projecting outward? Cross arm is projecting outward or not? But
Yes, sir.
you just see this place. In this place, no cross arm has been projected out. So that's why this region will be called as what? Bare zone. Because here no cross arm has been came out. Understood up to here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like this. Okay. So actually, just one thing you tell me. Uh, 1 second.